Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, Captain Beefy with the game vault here today. And I'm on my legit character. I started up post 4.0, Waypoint. And we're going to try to upgrade our warp engines right now. And we're going to try to get all the way up to the cadmium, the indium, and the emerald drives. We're going to try and get all those today as quickly as possible. Now, I do have the cadmium one already, so that's a good little start, but we need cadmium to upgrade to the next level, so we're going to go ahead and hit up this nearby star, or red star. We won't be able to bring our freighter in here yet, because that freighter is just not ready for that kind of heavy lifting yet. Can't travel to anything other than yellow stars. And that's going to be a focal point of this build, is to get ourselves a freighter that can travel to any system. Because once we have that, it kind of opens things up for... makes things a lot easier. You know, you can teleport your freighter into a system, you can store your stuff on it. Yeah, it definitely makes life easier. Let's see what this planet is. Looking for something that's not horrible. That's not horrible. And there is cadmium there. So we're going to zip on down there, and we're going to go ahead and gather some up. We have a total of 119 out of 250. We don't need a lot. And then we need some emerald here. For the indium drive, we need 250. So once we have the cadmium, we can jump to the next type system, and then we'll be able to go to the green system. Then the universe, or the galaxy, will be open to us as far as system-wise going to any system that we want. This should have been a priority earlier, but I've just been kind of... I've got so many different saves going on that I'm scattershot. I'm all over the place. If you watch my videos, you'll see one guy one time. I'm not changing my guy all the time. These are legitimately different saves, and it kind of makes me insane some days, but you know, it's not a long drive to get there. So this sucks. And we don't want a waterlogged planet. Thanks. That's going to make it real hard to find the cadmium. Alright, we're out of here. That is not the planet we're looking for. Alright, so we got a caustic planet. We got a high radio source, so we got radiation, we got poison. Let's see what this is. I don't know if we noticed this one yet. Hopefully it's like a dead planet or something silly like that. Corrosive, awesome. Let's go ahead and fill our engines up. So those three are awful. Did we look at that one yet? Damp planet. Alright, we'll check this one out and see what's going on. Cadmium, paraffinium, and sodium. See, I'm filming this over the weekend, so we got weekend missions going on in the anomaly, all kinds of craziness. I try to get in there and do that weekend mission for all my different saves, because it's 1800 Quicksilver, and yeah, that's quite a bit. But I am nearing the end of the need to get Quicksilver, so that's kind of cool. I have almost everything that the anomaly has to offer, so when that happens, I'll slow down on the Quicksilver missions. That'll make things a little bit easier. I got to go through and organize each of these different saves. A lot of them, I'm just doing random stuff on them, and then I end up with inventories that look like this on my ship, this in my exosuit. Now I'm not even utilizing my freighter. I don't even have the ability to teleport to the freighter, so that's something I want to focus on and see if I can get things going with that. I got 78 million units. Maybe I'll buy an emergency beacon and use that to hopefully gather some stuff up to, you know, some salvage trigger modules. We'll have to see what we get out of it. We'll fly around. We're going to look for the metallic-looking deposits here. They're usually not hard to see with a scan. And usually you see them right away when you get down into the atmosphere, so I'm not sure what's going on here. My preference would be to land near one. Do I have... Yeah, I do. Okay. My launch thrusters are in good shape, so if I land and I gotta take off and fly to one, I can do that no problem. They did say cadmium was here, right? Did I just... Nope, that was water. Alright, well in this case, we're gonna land. See how far off we are from one. Maybe we'll see some cool creatures while we're here. Oh, there we go, 154 away, not bad. I don't know why it wasn't showing up on when we flew over it. I'm pretty sure we flew over that area. And haha, like I said, cool looking creature. Kinda looks like a Tyrannosaurus and a parrot had a baby, or a toucan maybe, with a little shorter beak. I don't know. We lose sight of the cadmium? Yep. Oh, it walked right over it. Alright, let's get our terrain manipulator out. And we're just going to eat all this up while we're here. And then we are moving on to the next system right away. We're not going to dilly-dally. The whole goal is to get this done so we have the freedom to travel throughout this galaxy. So, what are your priorities when you start equipping your starship up? I know one of mine is, like, I do like the various warp drives. I also enjoy getting that infraknife beefed up. That seems to me to be the prime weapon, better than any other weapon I've tested. I haven't tested them all, but I've tested all the usual suspects, the ones that, you know, look like they'd be a higher damage output than the rest. Some of them, you know, we know aren't that great. Like the rocket launcher, for instance, that's something I want to work with because my understanding is it works great in conjunction with something that destroys shielding, but it doesn't destroy shielding on its own, so you'd have to pair that up with something like maybe the phase beam, go up on somebody and drain their shields, and then pop them with a rocket, you know, see how that would work out. Alright, so we got plenty of cadmium now. We got that done. So now we can travel to green stellar bodies. Let's try and locate one nearby, see what we can find. Now I know my map's a little screwy. So we need the ones that are not green. There we go. This kind of weird bluish color. Oh, it's a pirate system. Alright, so we'll zip over there and we'll work on our next one. That's going to require, I think, 250. So we'll go gather that up, and that'll fix our last warp drive. And look at this, we've got an actual battle going on with the Star Destroyer type ship. So that's going to change things a little bit. We're not leaving the system, but we are going to go to the Outlaw Station. And we're going to go see if we can't capture us a nice capital ship. The one we have right now is pretty much a piece of junk, so to speak. I hate to say it, but you know, it's not a good vehicle, not a good freighter. Before we take off, we're going to go in here and we're going to upgrade our suit one shot. Let's go ahead and do that. Bye. So the trick here is to, if you want to try to get an S-Class, is to just jump in, you know, land on, you don't have to engage in the battle first off. That's not necessary. If you choose to, that's great. If you don't, just go right to the space station and then land, get out of your ship. All right, where'd he go? Get back in your ship. That's a save point. There it is. And then take off. By the time you get back out, the battle's over. Excuse me. And you've created a save point so that when you do land on the ship, if it's not what you're looking for, this isn't the biggest they have, but is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is. Oh, crap. All right, we got a big one. So if you do land on here, and it's not an S-Class, you can just reload your save, come back out to it, and see what kind of random level it is. But, you know, cost might be a factor here. We don't have a lot of money. 48 million, that's not bad for an A-Class. We've got 78, so we may have enough. Let's reload. May have screwed ourselves up here. I don't know. We'll see. I think I reloaded the wrong one. Nope. Okay. Head back out. We'll find this puppy. Now, this can take some time. So, if this is something you're looking to do, you got to prepare yourself to spend anywhere from 15 minutes to 45 minutes to who knows how long, because it's completely random. The fact that we're in a pirate system will help us out. You have higher chance of S-Class items showing up in a pirate system, which is good. C-Class. Do it again. We're going back to the restore point this time. That's the one that I set up immediately upon jumping out of the ship, I think. And, yeah. The other one showed up right afterward. I don't know why, but in any case. This is nice. This guy is conveniently located right outside of, the space station, so that helps. Not gonna have to spend a ton of time looking around for him. $89,000. What the hell for a C-Class? That's insane. All right, well, I'm going to make a cut right now, and I'm going to keep doing this for a while. No need for you to guys stick around and watch me just reload saves. So we'll be back shortly. All right, well, it took exactly 7 minutes and about 40 seconds to find an S-Class. The value is 60,000 units, which is great. I was starting to see some B and C class that were like in the 60 to 80,000 range, and I was like, oh boy, I hope we get an affordable one. This probably means it doesn't have that big of a cargo hold, but you know what, I can live with that. So let's go ahead and upgrade our freighter big time. So we'll do a comparison here, because the value of ours is going to come out of it. See, it's going to drop it down to 52. We don't have anything to switch over, so yeah, this is ours now. Thank you very much, brother. I now own this ship. Let's see what it comes equipped with. Oh, it's got some interesting little decorative stuff outside there. Okay, and over here, same thing. We got a building outside with some more. Oh, cool. We got the zero storage, which is nice because we already had stuff in it. Your storage does transfer over. The build of your previous freighter, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I've noticed both things. Now, what is this? I feel like this is just a teaser here. Yeah, okay. We can't go in there, so that's fine. What we will do, however, is add in our number one storage room, because we had that as well on the old ship. So that is here, I believe. Yeah. And yep, we got what it takes for it. Outstanding. So now we are set for our freighter. We're not going to have to look for another freighter. I don't believe I have any freighter modules. I can't add any additional storage. Let's look at the upgrades here. I've got one salvage frigate module. Okay. So I could add a room, but what I really want to do is get this matter beam. This thing is huge. Very important. And then, of course, these drives. But the priority, I believe, is going to have to be this. So you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 21, 33 altogether salvage frigate modules just to get the warp drive up to snuff and the matter beam. And then you're going to need another 4 if you want the interstellar scanner, which is nice if you want to warp. That gives you the ability to see conflicts and economies in the systems that you're looking to warp to. So that's kind of important too. There's a lot to do there. Those things aren't the easiest thing to come by, but they will work. Oh, look, it came with some goodies on it. That's kind of nice. The storage is, you know, mediocre at best right now, but hey, it's an S-class. And it's a big old Star Destroyer, so that's cool as hell. I like those capital ships, that style, and then you got the Sentinel style. They're both pretty cool. I basically go for whichever one I find on the larger scale first, you know. Now that I found this, I'm not going to bother anymore. I've got my freighter for the rest of the game. I still got 25 million units, which is great. I can always make units if I need to. Yeah, life is good right now. Let's go ahead and gather up some emerald. I do have room in my... yeah. So we're going to go to this lifeless planet. It's got high sentinel activity, which isn't great, but they aren't aggressive, so that's okay. I can live with that. We just won't be able to, you know, do any mining of stuff around them. I think we can still use the... ooh, is that it right there? I think we can still use the terrain modifier, or the manipulator, just not the mining beam, you know? So we'll go land a little bit of a distance away. You don't want to get too close. If you get too close, there seems to be an area around your ship that's protected from the terrain manipulator, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give that a test. Yeah, see, we can't. So if you land too close, you're gonna screw yourself up on this. Oh, it's rusted metal, damn it. Rusted metal. Silver. I got all excited. Is that all we got, is rusted metal and silver within range of seeing? Apparently so. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, let's get down here a little bit. We don't have to worry about environmental hazards, just our oxygen, and I'm pretty sure we have... oh, we don't really have oxygen on us, do we? Yikes. We do have some on the ship, and we do have the auto charger, so we'll be able to bring the ship to us when our oxygen gets low, if we don't see any oxygen plants. Nice thing about a planet like this is oxygen plants will be fairly easy to see. Since there's not much going on here, these lifeless planets are not bad, you know, they're... I can live with them. This might take a minute or two though, so I'll go ahead and make a cut until we find some. Well, we found a pretty monstrous size deposit here, so let's get to it. It's in an inconvenient spot on the side of a mountain, but that's okay. Not too bad. We can just jump down and continue to work our way through it here. Gather as much emerald as we can, because we're going to need a decent amount for that drive. What was it, 250, I believe? And this deposit, I'm sure, will give us plenty. If not, we'll have to find another one. It wasn't too far out. It was about 700 away from where I was, roughly. One thing I did notice on the journey over, though, was my oxygen just dropped so fast. I found a couple plants, so I was able to replenish once, and I have a tiny bit left over. But I'm really going to need to do some self-care and work on this guy to get his exosuit up to snuff, at least a little bit. You know, I get spoiled by my guys I've had for a long time, and how long their oxygen lasts, you know. So it's kind of a sobering moment when you run out of oxygen in no time. It sucks, actually. All right, let's find a... I guess we'll go down here and bring our ship in. Oh, we got 424. And we needed 250, so bingo, we can now go to blue stars. And our ship's, oh, look at that, there's more right there, or there's something right there. Our ship is now complete as far as the ability to travel between different systems goes. So let's find ourselves a nice blue star now. Got an indium drive. Let's go to this one. It has no affiliation to it. I want to show you guys something real quick. We'll go look at the space station now, because these are kind of cool. If you go to a system that has no affiliation, there's no race associated with it, and you go to the space station, you get... It's pretty cool. Is there even a space station here? Oh, this one doesn't even have a space station. Well, that's pretty wild. Yeah, some of them do, some of them don't. Ooh, worm-ridden planet, that sounds awful. But these crazy systems in the blue, green, and red stars, they tend to have the weirder planets. Planets with glitches on them, so if you're out glitch hunting, you're definitely going to want to be able to travel to these different worlds. It'll just increase your chances of finding them. It'll increase your chances of finding robotic companions as opposed to, you know, your regular ones. You're looking for little robot ones. To find those in red systems. That's where I've located them. I'm not sure if they're in blue or green. I'm not going to say. And just weird, interesting places. Your planets that don't fall into the basic categories of radioactive or toxic, hot, cold. You get some strange ones out there, and they're always fun. So we're going to go down to this thin planet real quick, land, and wrap this episode up, because that is pretty much the end of it. We've done what we wanted to do, and we got a little bonus. Actually, what I need to do, before I wrap it up, is go back to my freighter, and I want to get you guys the coordinates for that system. So I'm going to go ahead and make a jump to a system. Oh, it was a pirate system, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm going to need to go to a pirate system. Alright, well, I'm going to have to find that, and I want to get you guys the coordinates for it. That way, if you want to seek out a S-class Star Destroyer, well, you know that system will definitely provide you with one. I should have done that beforehand. It's my bad. So we'll go there, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, we got this thing loaded up and good to go. Let's request this planet's address. And there it is up on screen. Write it down, take a screenshot, whatever it takes. I did leave the system. I had to go out of the system and come back to it, okay, just to gather up what I needed and all that. I had to do a little jumping around there. And when I came back, you know, when I teleported away and all that and went back to one of my bases, my freighter, I guess, came to the same system, but I traveled back to the space station here, and the ship was still here. I just couldn't access my freighter like it was mine anymore. It was no longer mine, but I still have the freighter. So this is where you come for that S-class Star Destroyer. Like I said, it only took me about just under 8 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. I have spent 40 minutes looking for one of those sometimes, so it can be pretty brutal. So if you liked what you saw today, please leave a like on the video down below and a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you prioritize warp drives like that, like I do? I do think it's an important thing for your ship, and that S-class freighter was just a huge bonus. I don't know which one you like better, the Sentinel style or the Star Destroyer style. Tell me down below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and don't forget to leave a comment and a like on the video. Let me know what you think. Like I said, share us on social media. I will see you next time. Until then, peace.